Have you ever noticed how shy Brian is? So unassuming and gentle and bashful. You should know that over the years I have taken 6,012 pictures of Brian. Why? Because he's asked me to. He has more rehearsed poses than Sidney Crawford. As a dear friend and patient of Brian's for over 40 years, a visit to his office is always entertaining. Permit me to set the scene. The waiting room is filled with magazines. They range from National Geographic to Alfred E. Newman's Mad magazine and originate from the basement of Evelyn and Ben's in Saint Laurent back in the late 50s. They were then transferred in a 20-foot container to the current Bleacher home in Hampstead, where Bluma finally put her foot down, making their way to his reception area. In his safari shirt, Walmart beige pants, stethoscope dangling from his ears, I get the nod to enter. His office is an experience. To his credit, he finally changed the chairs, eliminating the hemorrhoid outbreak that has plagued most of his patients over the years. As I bird-eye the room, there are a variety of things that one instantly becomes overwhelmed with. His little toy doctor model. His plants that look like death warmed over. And his beautiful photos. Brian also has a pharmacy there with his thousands of pharmaceutical samples, candies, chocolates, power bars, and even a photo developing center with a large cash register. His classical music that runs all day, intended to keep the patients calm. Thankfully, it keeps Brian somewhat calm. Brian's unique filing systems were stacks of patient files, papers, articles, used lunch bags from floor to ceiling, was recently declared by the city of Westmount as a new recycling dump site. The fire department awarded him Man of the Year for 2015, along with another diploma to hang on his wall, a PhD in hordeology. Brian is considered to be one of the rare and few doctors who still makes house calls. How noble and commendable. Please don't be fooled. He has 3,500 patients of different ethnic backgrounds. 3 house calls a day on a Saturday, well-spaced, provide Brian with some of the best variety of snacks you can find. Some of these patients beg him not to come back. As his visit was as recent as last week, his response is, in that little voice of his, it's preventative. It's preventative. In addition, this has also served him well with his apparent restaurant problem. That being in his being barred from 320 establishments. However, Brian is very lucky to be in the world of fast food, where 25,000 outlets, from McDonald's to Taco Bell, serve him without question. Mind you, we got into a few arguments at the drive-thru. Brian is the smartest business person I know. For the last 15 years, he's been driving the Volvo brand. And every time he needs another one, he returns the used one saying something's broken. I want my money back. He's just acquired another one for free. I've had the wonderful privilege of working with Bluma in her magnificent garden. Right? They call me Luigi around here sometimes. Brian appears in his Abercrombie... Sorry. I love when Bluma asks Brian to help out. Brian appears in his Abercrombie Fitch outfit, tall rubber boots, a garden tool, and then starts to meander. Procrastinate and drift into the garage looking for something to change into. After a sharp yell from Bluma to get going, Brian sticks his head up from the hot tub. I'll be there in 2 seconds. I'll be there. I'll be there. Anyway, I could go on forever, but since Brian is going to outlive us all, there wouldn't be any purpose. My friend, you have reached the milestone retirement age of 65. We love you, including your little apricot ears, your Tony Bennett nose, your buck beaver front teeth, and of course those little eyes that are never telling where you're looking. So all the best.
Angels, I love it.